Um, share the, I'm gonna share the screen.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it now.
Okay, that's good to hear. Okay, so last time we stopped with number. Okay, we are done with matching words,
Yeah.
and your homework was number 2. Can you explain "can't see the forest for the trees"? Okay, so your answer is correct. So yes, it means you can see the image in one picture, but there is also another answer, a deeper answer to that one. So when you say can't see the forest for the tree, so a person can't see the forest for the tree, so it means a person can't see the situation that he or she is really in. Okay, if she is in a particular situation, so let's say for example, a hard situation. So even if he or she is already in that situation, maybe she can't tell what kind of situation she or he is in. Okay, maybe
Okay.
he's having a hard time to figure out what situation is it. Is he or she in, even if he's already in it, okay?
Hmm. Uh,
Okay. So that's the deeper meaning of that one. Okay.
mm,
Okay, this one let me show you. Okay. This is what it has a lot of different meanings, and this is the one of this its meaning. So a person who cannot see a situation they are in as it truly is. So instead they get lost in the details of it and lost perspective on the bigger issue. Okay, so maybe they lose their focus on the situation. Okay, so that's another meaning. Okay, so now let's proceed answering. Okay, question number 3.
3. Describe FD learners.
Okay,
Mm,
wait. Okay.
FD learners or field dependent are they are just they are like a bit to feel independent, but they are almost different. They they don't good at taking images at one picture, or they can't find much. They can analyze much on a picture. So, but they are good at teamwork. So they can ask the other to help them solve it.
Okay. So they need guidance, or they need someone to help them solve something, because maybe it's hard for them to solve something on their own. So that's why if they're going to work, they need to work in groups, okay? Because they can't work on their own, okay? They always need someone with them, okay? How about let's have number 4.
Do FI learners like working in groups?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no. They usually work alone as they are good at analyze things, so they don't need help much.
Okay, that's correct. Okay, they can work alone because they can analyze. It's easy for them to analyze things. Okay. Now let's have number 5.
Does everyone have the same multiple intelligence? No, each have unique one. One have just a single. One have two.
Yes. So it's not the same for everybody. Okay, some just have one and some have three, two or three. Okay. Now let's have number 6.
Can you find another word for learner in the passage?
Okay, another word for learner in the passage.
Mm, students.
Okay, very good. Students or learners. Okay, it's just the same. Okay. So we are done with the comprehension check. Now let's have this one. Think for yourself. Let's start with the first one. So are you an FD or a field dependent or a field independent learner? What do
I
you
don't
think?
know. Like maybe I feel dependent. I still need to have a group.
Maybe you think that one. But Okay, let's continue answering this one first so that you can tell. Okay, number two, how many people did you see in the picture the first time you look at it? And as I have remembered, so you can see two, right?
Yeah.
hmm So it means you are a field independent learner. Okay, because it says here that, okay, if you can see,
An old
oh
woman.
yes, an old woman and an old
And
man in addition to a young man. Okay, maybe you can be considered as a field independent or in between, but because you are not also a field dependent, because if you're a field dependent, so it means you can only see one person, but you can see two. So maybe you're a field independent or you're in between.
yeah, maybe.
Okay. So how about let's have this one.
Are you good at social skills?
Do you think you're good at social skills?
Just normal, not that good.
Okay, not that good and not that bad. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good to hear. Okay, so now okay, let's read some of the background informations here. Okay, so did you know? Can you read these things here?
Okay. I can I read all of those?
Yes, yes, you can read it.
Okay. There are four learning styles: visual, seeing, kinesthetic, kinesthetics, moving, auditory, hearing, tact, tactile, touching. There are eight multiple intelligence: kinesthetics, good with the body; genetics, good at language; logical, good with numbers; interpersonal, good at relationship; visual, spatial, good at pictures; naturalistic, good at nature. There are four types of learner: innovative learners who want to improve the world; analytic learners who want to improve intellectually; common sense learners who want to make things happen; dynamic learners who are enthusiastic.
Okay, so let's start. Okay, let's have this one. So yes, there are four learning styles. So there are eight multiple intelligences. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you which of these eight multiple intelligences are you good at? You can choose one which you think that you're really very good at that field.
My thing is just unique. They're good at language.
Okay, linguistic. So you mean linguistic.
Yeah.
Okay, so good at language. Okay, maybe. Why? Why do you think you're good at language?
Um, Mostly I just good at language since at class my English is just only good at talking, not writing or anything else. They are good at hearing, talking. It's only that, or I can't write or long sentence about English or any other language.
Okay, but you're good in speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How about when you say logical, are you good at with numbers?
No.
Okay, so that's why you think that you're really good at linguistic. Okay, so now we are done with that one. So how about there are four types of learner. Now, what type of learner do you think you are? Are you innovative, analytic, common sense, or dynamic?
Um, Maybe just dynamic.
Dynamic. You are enthusiastic. Okay. Okay, now let's have this one. Okay, let's have the discussion. Now
Okay.
let's start with, okay, let's talk about this one. Let's talk with number one.
Come on.
Okay, so okay.
What do you think about optical illusion? Do they tell us anything about ourselves? Are they just tricks? Discuss together and support your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I think optical illusion. Um, they maybe would tell something about ourselves, or just maybe no.
Maybe. So do you think they are just tricks?
Yeah, various tricks.
So, okay. So there are some optical illusions which can tell us something about ourselves, just like this kind of optical illusion, right? So when we are going to look at the picture, okay? Because we will be able to know if we are FD learners or FI learners. So it tells us something about ourselves. But there are also, however, there are also some optical illusions which are just tricks, okay, to confuse us of what is the real object or what is the real thing behind the thing that we are looking at. Okay, so it depends. Some optical illusions can tell us something, and some are also just tricks. Okay, how about this one?
Are you FD or FI learners? What are your learning styles? What do you think your multiple intelligence are? Discuss together and support your opinion.
Okay, so maybe you're an FI learner based on the lesson, right? It's based on the lesson. So now, what are your learning styles? How do you want to learn?
Yes, maybe fun and just a bit little of fun and making learning become more interesting, I guess.
Okay. So learning more interesting. Okay. So if you're going to study, do you want to study in a quiet place or in a noisy place? Because there are some people they want to study quietly, especially if they're going to memorize something, they want to be alone. However, there are also some people who want to study while the TV is on. Okay, even if they're going to sit in front of the TV, even if they're not going to watch a TV, they just want to listen to the TV while studying. How about you? Do you like it quiet or noisy?
Maybe quiet.
Okay, you like it quiet. Okay. Okay, that's your type. That's your type of learning style. Okay. How about what do you think your multiple intelligences are? Okay, so now let's proceed with this one because you just said that maybe you're good at linguistic. How about others? What
Mm,
else?
I think maybe I don't know, maybe visual, spatial.
Good at pictures because you like creating, designing things, right?
Yeah.
So yes, so maybe also visual or spatial. Okay. How about okay, let's do it one by one. How about kinesthetic? Means good with the body. So do you like sports, exercise?
No.
No. Okay. And okay, you are good with linguistic. How about intrapersonal? Are you good at helping others?
Maybe no.
Maybe no. How about musical?
Mm, no.
No too. And logical, good with numbers.
Mm,
Even if you're not
maybe.
really very good, but you're interested with that. Are you interested with numbers?
No.
No. Okay. How about intrapersonal? Are you good at relationships?
No.
No. Okay. And okay. You think you're good at visual or spatial. Okay. How about naturalistic? You care about nature?
Mm, a bit.
A bit. Okay. So maybe we can also include this one. Okay. So now how about let's have number three.
Free. Is there a best way to study? Mm, it's based on how you interest to the way you study or the way the teacher teach. And it's just based on that.
Yeah, so it's based on something. So there isn't really any best way to study because yes, um, we have different ways of studying, and maybe for you that's the best way to study, and for some people also it's another thing. So another it's the best way to study for them is also another way, because we are not the same, so we are different. There are different kinds, yes, four types of learners, so that's why it's not the same for you. Okay, maybe the best way to study for them is not the best way to study for you, and the best way to study for you is not for them too. Okay, so it's different. Okay, so now let's have, okay, number 4.
4. Can we change our learning styles? Yes, but it would be taking really long times, or just basically you can't actually change it.
Okay, you need to, maybe if you really want to change it, you need to spend a very long time because you need to adjust. And but yes, I think it's really hard to change that one. Mhm. Especially when you say, for example, there are two types of students. So there's a student who always study every after class, so that when the exam or the test comes, so he or she is already prepared. However, there are also some students who cram. You know what is cram, right?
I don't know.
Okay, cram. When you say cram, this word, this means you are going to force yourself to study all the lessons that you need to study just right before the exam. Okay, even if for example you'll have your exam next week and you have a lot of time right now, but you don't want to study because you want to cram. So when you're going to cram, it means maybe you will have your exam next Friday, so you're going to force yourself to study all of the lessons on let's say Thursday night, okay? So you're going to study when you have a very short time, okay? Because for some students, if they're going to cram, they can remember all the things, okay? But if they are going to study ahead, so they will forget about all those things, yes. But for some students also, they want to study every day so that they will remember everything. Because if they're going to cram, so they can't remember the things that they have studied. Yeah, so yes, we have different types of student. How about you? So do you study ahead of time or you cram just before the test?
I had. Yes, I had.
So you?
Um, I don't do cram.
Okay. Now how about let's have number 5.
5. What will you do when you have finished this book?
Hmm.
Maybe just read other.
Okay, you will?
I will just read
Mm,
maybe just read other book.
okay, you can wait for other books. Okay. So yeah, so that's all about, okay, the discussion. So we have here some conversational strategies. Okay, and we are really supposed to use this conversation strategies in answering this one, but it's not really necessary because these are just help in answering some questions. Okay, so can you just read it now?
What do you think it is? I'll say I think it's like perhaps it looks like. I guess to say it's not easy to say. It's hard to say. Any ideas? How about you? What do you think? What will you say?
Mm-hmm. Okay, and we have a question here. Can you see a beautiful woman or a saxophone player or both? But I don't know where is that one. Okay.
It's just that the the thing that I just read.
Okay.
You see, there's a woman and a saxophone player. See
Okay.
that black.
Okay. Okay, yes. So what can you see? Can you see both? I'm sorry, I didn't notice the picture here.
Yeah, I can see both.
Okay, yes. So this is the saxophone player, so this is the saxophone, okay? And it can also be a beautiful woman. Okay. So now let's have the dialogue. Okay, so now we are going to read the dialogue between Mrs. Brown and, okay, Grandma Brown. But before that, we are going to read the keywords and expression first. Okay, can you read this one?
We are learning new every day. We are never too old to learn.
Okay, so we learn new thing every day because we're never too old to learn. Okay, and by the way, I think we don't have much time left, so we will continue answering this one in our next class. Okay, so I'm not going to give you a homework right now. So we are just going to continue reading the dialogue in our next class. Okay, so thank you so much for your time. I have to go now. See you in our next class and have a good night. Bye bye.